Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie. I am the senior editor here, and for our latest CX Trends video, I'm thrilled to be joined by Ramprakash Ramamoorthy, the director of AI research at Zoho. Ramprakash, thanks very much for joining me. How are you doing today?
It's a pleasure, Charlie. I'm doing very good. It's a bright morning in Seattle. I'm here at Seattle right now. Really appreciate the opportunity. Great to be chatting with you.
Nice, absolutely. Well, it's great to be chatting with you too, and I'm very excited today to be taking a look at five of the biggest trends within the CRM space at the moment. And first up, we have the trend that brands are using a CRM system to better facilitate alignment between various departments. I think customer service, sales, and marketing. Yeah, I didn't know, Ramkesh, what you can maybe tell us about this trend.
Well, one important trend these days is customer retention has become a challenge. So, how do you actually go about it? The way we are seeing this heading is democratizing your CRM. Your CRM is not just for the sales folks, but everybody in your organization that has a customer touch point. Would be really nice if your employees can have a customer touch point with your CRM. For instance, let's say the legal team that works in drafting the agreements, or the finance team that is involved in accounts receivable. Now, having a consolidated digitally mature system is very important to give a good experience both to your customers and to your employees as well, because you don't want the employees to be left in lurch without any details of the customer. And again, this is also beginning of something that can help you deploy newer technologies. Say for instance, I lead the AI research, so that is all I know. And the bigger challenge that we see in AI adoption is the lack of digital maturity, is the interdepartmental digital divide that exists in an organization, where the AI system is not able to get a full picture of what the CX or what the employee experience is all about. Now, by democratizing CRM, by having your CRM for more than the sales team, it really helps your AI systems to perform better. That is where I see this heading, where democratizing CRM will both enhance your customer experience, your employee experience, and also your adaptability or your better return on investments on technologies like AI.
Hmm. And I think it's interesting that you mentioned AI there, because one trend that we're definitely seeing is people using AI to kind of automate, to create automations between the CRM and those various departments, like you mentioned. And that also brings us on to our next trend, and that is how brands are using AI and Gen AI,
Yeah.
but in this sense to generate more data for the CRM. What could you tell us about this one?
Sure, Charlie. AIML, again, very interesting usage. We see a lot of powerful applications coming out in the enterprise world in the last year. AI has always had a late mover advantage in the enterprise, because the consumer world started off because that is where most of the data is. And generally, when people talk about it, they say, "Oh, you have so much of data, then AI is easy to apply." But that applies in the consumer scheme of things. In the business scheme of things, you just have a few hundred or maybe a few thousand rows of data, and that is all you have, and the quality of predictions that you need to get is going to be paramount. So in terms of data generation, the first place where we see is lead enrichment. So as soon as you sign up with your corporate email, and the first job an agent would probably do is look you up on the internet, look what your company does, and then see other similar companies that have purchased their offering, and then see how to customize your sales journey. Now, if you can use AI and Gen AI to actually enrich, and as soon as you sign up, the salesperson gets inbuilt detail about what your company does, where are you located, what is your industry type, and that makes your sales agent super productive, right? So use cases like these, where you help qualify the leads, you find similar deals that you had done in the past, because your CRM has a view of all the deals that you have ever done, and which deal that you have ever done is similar to this new lead that has signed up is a good way to use AI to generate more information for the salesperson to do better.
Hmm. I think it's a really interesting cycle, kind of how brands like Zoho are kind of helping their customers kind of use AI to build more data that then trains other AI models within the platform to improve them. I think it's yeah, it's a really fascinating trend and one we could spend a whole another video talking about.
That's
But I will quickly move on to our next one, and that
sure.
is how vendors are advancing their own virtual aid assistants or co-pilots, as we often hear a lot within their platforms. Yeah, what can you tell me about this one, Ramprakash?
Sure, Charlie. So co-pilots are all the rage. I think this all started off in 2015-16 when we had the whole chatbot wave come in. Again, very rule-based chatbots where the chatbots look for specific keywords and eventually they give a templated answer. Now, this can help in level one queries in terms of customer experience, but it didn't go much beyond that. But everybody had a chatbot on their website. It started off in 2015-16, and fast forward to 2022, the launch of large language models. Now everybody is trying to actively integrate these models to their bot framework so that it becomes really smart. And the way this has evolved is, again, by looking at so many parameters which are not really easily accessible to the human being, the AI is able to make much more sense. Now, that's the way the technology comes in, right? I mean, you really cannot have a lot of memory. For example, what happened on 24 June 2016, unless and until something really good or really bad happened, you won't be actually able to remember that. But let's say a healthcare lead signs up to evaluate your product, and then as soon as the lead he or she signs up, your sales agent is able to look at so many other healthcare customers, similar ticket size, and what happened through those deals. I mean, what didn't work, what worked, what helped them seal the deal, or if they lost the deal, maybe this is a mistake that you should not get it back. By giving them a very comprehensive picture, by giving the sales agent or giving the person using the CRM a very comprehensive picture of what they can expect, what could potentially go wrong, and what could work in your favor, the chance or the productivity of your agent goes multifold. So for companies doing this, what I would recommend is, first aim for a 10% improvement in your baseline metrics, right? If you add AI or generative AI or copilot to your stack, are you seeing a 10% increase in the number of deals that you've closed? Are you seeing a 10% increase in the agent's productivity? So whatever metric that you're doing, your first target is to see that 10%, and that 10% increase is something, it means that you are doing something right. Now, it's not easy, as we say. I mean, you cannot pay $20 per month per seat and just get the copilot to work, come in and do a 10% increment. There are a lot of variables that are going to affect how this copilot acts in your environment. So uh, I mean, give the same AI stack to three different companies, they will have three very different results, three very different responses to it. So how do you prep your enterprise to do all of this? Like I said earlier, the interdepartmental digital divide is something that has to be addressed. Having all your customer facing Salesforce on a single platform, on an integrated platform, is going to be crucial. That is what, because AI does not like data in silos. If your AI system is not able to access the full customer journey, the full employee journey, then there are going to be a lot of gaps in the prediction that the AI system is going to give. So solve the interdepartmental digital divide, become more digitally mature. Again, it's not like one day you can come and announce digital maturity. Digital maturity is a continuous process. You need to keep investing to the changes that come your way. Once you have done these two things, that is when your AI maturity will follow, where your co-pilots and your gen AI systems will become more and more effective in your environment. So target that 10%. That 10% is a lot of work. Trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's going to take at least 1 year for you to get to that 10% increment by using AI in your system.
Hmm. And again, there's a whole conversation we could have there around AI maturity, but maybe that's maybe that's for another day though, because there's lots of great stuff there. Um, But yeah, I'll move on to our fourth trend now,
Mhm.
and that is how vendors are building out their mobile CRM offerings.
Mhm.
Yeah, again, I don't know if you could share a little bit on this too.
Absolutely, Charlie. So mobile CRM, the important thing that I see is, you should not just look at your CRM as a data entry tool, right? So we've seen a lot of cases where there is actual work happening, and then the data entry happens behind the scenes. Now, given today's modern workforce, given today's field sales folks, it's important for them to have things on the go. I mean, you just cannot do a uh, go visit customers, go visit potentials all day, and then come back, type everything into a CRM system. So the need for a mobile app, a proper mobile app that helps your field force on the go, is very very important. Again, this also aligns with the digital maturity, or bringing your data and processes together. It's very important to have reliable and working mobile apps as a part of your CRM offering. This will be the first step towards your digital maturity.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, lots of good stuff in there, and I'm sure that's a topic that many vendors like yourself are working on to, yeah, to make sure that their mobile offering is kind of aligns very well with what's available on the desktop. Um, yeah, now to a trend that we're focusing a lot on TX today, and that is how the CRM players like Zoho are starting to maybe swallow up more of the customer service stack that you maybe associate with more traditionally with kind of the contact center space. Yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are on this one, there, Ramprakash.
The whole notion of integrated customer experience is becoming bigger as we speak. I mean, think about it from a customer perspective. Let's say you purchase a car, and then you run into some issues, and you raise a ticket with the chat support, and the chat support agent immediately gets information on the model of the car that you purchased, and the transaction history of your purchase journey, and all of these pop up as a summary on their screen, and look at the issue that you have raised, and they are also able to see similar tickets, similar complaints raised by other customers using the same model that you have been using. And the agent is also able to see that warranty claims have been approved automatically for the kind of complaint that you have raising. So maybe there is a problem with the part, and usually the way it would work is you will have to go, introduce yourselves, and we've all had experiences where we had to repeat ourselves to different customer support agents. Right now, very contextually, if you're able to get all those information on screen, and the agent also gets the in principle approval, because there have been similar approvals that have been done in the past, so he or she will not have to go talk to their manager to get that warranty claim or to get that replacement approved for you. So look at the experience, look at the whole connected experience for an agent and for the customer who is waiting on chat. So this whole bringing on the CX experience to a single platform becomes all the more important for both customer retention and employee retention. And with AI adding the missing bits, getting all the information from the past, finding out similar issues, similar tickets, is going to be a big game changer in the way enterprises are going to do their customer interaction.
Hmm. And we've kind of seen that big shift for the past, I guess, 10 years from really when on the omni-channel concept started to evolve and brands realized that they need to unify all of their customer contact channels with a central CRM system so they can, as you mentioned, kind of maintain context in
Yeah.
one interaction in one channel and then interactions within another channel. But still, you see in the contact center space, especially kind of bolt-on channels, which means that all the conversational information is kind of stuck there, and brands can't get access to it. So that concept of the unified CRM kind of being the heart of the contact center is something we're going to see more and more.
Yeah,
Um,
for the consumer, I think the their last best experience is going to be their minimal expectation from then on, right? And it could have
mm,
been from a bigger brand like Apple or Amazon. So the digital experience, so it's no longer just about how hospitable your staff are or how clean your storefront is. This digital experience is going to matter a lot, and it is going to be a key advantage for businesses that are operating.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's something that brands are recognizing more and more. Thankfully, it's
Yeah.
a good thing. As I said, from when WhatsApp was first a channel and the bolt-ons that
Yeah.
that the brands were first applying then, as opposed to having kind of a CRM vendor which you then add WhatsApp into kind of the environment and it's
Hmm.
part of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's something we could talk about more and more.
All
So
day.
I'm afraid I've almost restricted this conversation by choosing five such different trends. But it's been great to get your 2 cents on each of them, Ramprakash. So thanks very much for joining me today.
Absolutely, Charlie. Pleasure is mine.
And yeah, thanks also to everybody for watching. Bye for now.